All right. Thank you for the reminder. We are good to go. So go grab these items. A clear cup. A permanent marker. Paper. A pencil. A pen, crayons, markers, colored pencils. I've got a whole giant bag of crayons ready to go. Do you want to let me know in chat if you're ready? Oh, and of course we'll need a little bit of water. While you're grabbing your things, I'm just going to take a drink. Good. Are we ready? All right, let's keep moving. Our first activity already. Oh my gosh. Grab your plastic cup and your permanent marker. Fill it about halfway or 3/4 of the way, 3/4 of the way with water. The cup can be whatever mom or dad allow you to use. Okay. I'm using plastic because I get a little nervous using glass. But that's up to mom and dad, or whoever is with you helping out. So I have my clear plastic cup. I'm going to fill it about halfway or 3/4 of the way with water. Now, if you want, if you have food coloring, you can put a little bit in there so that it just turns the water a little shade of whatever color you want. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in mine because it's water, right? If I can get this opened. Okay, here we go. Let's splash blue in there. See that? Now I've got some water ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this down very carefully, nice and flat. And I'm going to let it sit for a minute so that it kind of stops moving. And I'm going to draw a line with my marker. I'm going to draw a line where the water is right now. Let me get my red marker here. And this is where we start. Okay, that's where my water level is right now. So all you have to do is set that aside. That's activity 1. Boom. Easy peasy, right? What we're going to do with that cup of water is leave it outside, if you can, out in the sun all day long. If it's raining, try and bring it inside or under a covering so that it's not getting filled up with the water. But leave it outside as much as you can, especially in the sunshine, okay? And we're just going to check on this each day and see what's happening. Do you have any predictions? What might happen to this cup of water? Do you think the water will stay where it is? Do you think it will grow? Do you think it will shrink? Make a prediction, see what you think is going to happen, and we're going to take a look at it each day and see what is happening. All right, that's it. Okay, I see some answers. Very good thinking, gang. Nice work. Very good. All right, so put that to the side. Later today, you can take that outside of your house, put it in the sunshine, and just leave it for the whole day. Maybe bring it in at the end of the day, or if it's raining, like I said, okay? All right. Next up, let's just talk a little bit about water. I have some questions up here you can answer, but what do you already know about water? What are some things you like to do? Maybe you're taking a bath or it rains and there's a big puddle outside. Or maybe you are near a pond or you have a swimming pool. What do you like to do in there? Are there certain toys that you enjoy using in water? What are some things you like to do with water? It can be fun in the summer. Yeah, summer's my favorite. Swimming, it can be relaxing. Wearing your goggles in the water. Oh, I love that, Nate. Yes, you can see underwater well. Using diving rings in the pool. Things that can float. Oh, that's fun. Can you float? Use diving gear? So cool, Spencer. Whoa, that's fun. Torpedo sharks. Oh my gosh, I love those, Tristan and Kristen. Yeah, I love those things. But the water balloons. Oh yes, water balloons are tons of fun. But then you have to clean up the mess. That's the only problem, right? How about some pool noodles? Just splashing, swimming, diving, jumping, doing cannonballs, going down a slide. There's so many different things that we can do in the water. How do you feel in the water? How is it different from how you feel just on a regular day when you're not in water? Well, wet. Okay. You got me there, Spencer. That's a good answer. You do feel wet. Yes. How else do you feel? Do you feel a little more weightless? Like, yeah, there we go. You're drifting a little more. You can do some different things that you can't do when you're not in the water. Like I can do some really good handstands and front flips and twists and stuff. I can't do that when I'm not in the water. So it's a lot of fun. I think we all agree. Very nice. Well, let's talk just a little bit about water. Here we find out that water takes up over 3/4 of our planet's surface. So if you look at that graphic on the right side there, we see those 3 blue areas and 1 white. So that whole circle we're going to pretend is our planet. And 3 of those areas are water. That's how much water is around us all the time, just being here on Earth. It's the most common substance on Earth, and it's essential for all life. What does that mean? Essential. That's a big word. Essential means we need it. Good one. We have to have water. It is a need. It is necessary for us to live. Absolutely. So even though we use water every day, there is a limited supply of water. Did you know that? So why don't we run out of water? Well, the answer is in the water cycle. So we're going to talk some more about the water cycle. Another cool fact about water, it's about 2/3 of our body. So again, look at that graphic on the page there. That's a lot of water inside our bodies, isn't it? Holy moly, did you know you have that much water inside you? Among other things. So it is essential, very important. Water is all around us. It's essential. And we love it, right? The water cycle. So what the water cycle is just the movement of water around our planet. That's the water cycle. The word cycle just means it's going around and around, sort of like circle. It just keeps going and going. There's no beginning, no end, just going around and around. So what happens in the water cycle is there is precipitation. We know that one, right? What are some forms of precipitation? Precipitation is when forms of water come down from the sky. What are some of those forms? Oh, good, Spencer. Well, one of the most common is rain, right? That's okay. Rain, what else comes down as precipitation? No, okay. Hail, absolutely. So that's precipitation, the water that falls from the clouds. Once that happens, it comes down to the ground and does a number of different things. It can sink into the ground, run off into the ground, and then into streams and lakes and ponds and the sea, the ocean. Once it's all there and it starts to heat up from the sunshine, it starts to evaporate. When it evaporates, it becomes a gas, water vapor. So down here, there's water vapor. That's just when there's kind of tiny droplets that we can't really see in the air, and it floats up all around us. We don't even know it. It's happening up into the sky, and then it goes into what? Once it evaporates, it comes up here and starts to form clouds. That's when it changes from that gas and it starts to become more liquid droplets and making clouds. Once those clouds have so much water inside, they're filled just like a water balloon. What's going to happen? Almost like here it comes again. And here's the rain or whatever precipitation comes down. And it'll just keep going and going and going. And that is the water cycle, the movement of water all around us all the time. All right, I have a video for us to watch. Let me see if I can share that. Okay. Can you see my video screen now? Can everybody see that? Okay. Let me go ahead and play our video. It's not playing the audio. Oh, I see. Wait a sec. There's no, the sound is not working. That is something I'm not sure how to fix. Let me see. Yes, we do have the subtitles at least, so we can read along with it. I am sorry, I'm not sure if anybody That's okay, Brianna. No, I don't. I don't use, unfortunately, Zoom very much, so I'm not sure how that works. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out quick. What do you think, Tristan? Mute the audio. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, let me try that real quick. I'll stop sharing. We'll try it one more time real quick. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's see if that works. Share thing. Oh, now I see it. I think I might have to do that out.
Now,
Can
let's
you
learn more
can you
about
hear
it.
it now?
When the sun warms the water on the Earth's surface, it evaporates, converting itself.
Yay! Okay, let's get moving.
Hello, friends,
Thank you.
welcome to another new Happy Learning video. Today, we will learn all about the water cycle. Earth, which is the planet we live on, is known as the blue planet because as much as 3/4 of the planet's surface is water. And water is so very important because without it, there would be no life. Without it, these sweet little otters wouldn't exist. Or these playful bears. Nor this conceited bird. Or even us, the human beings. That is why we must look after it. We should conserve our water well, and most of all, we must maintain our rivers and oceans clean. Did you know water never stands still, but is in always constant movement, even though at times it doesn't seem like it? This water movement is what we call water cycle. Now, let's learn more about it. When the sun warms the water on the Earth's surface, it evaporates, converting itself into water vapor or steam. And it begins its incredible journey, flying into the sky, up towards the atmosphere. This first stage of its journey is known as evaporation. When the water converts in vapor, it rises towards the atmosphere, then cools down, transforming itself into clouds. This second stage of its journey is called condensation. Once the water has condensated and turned into a cloud, it continues its amazing journey by being blown by the wind, traveling from one place to another. Clouds are actually tiny little drops of water suspended in the air. But when the clouds grow, they collect more and more water. These water drops then crash into each other and become bigger drops of water. Then, at some point, they will end up falling to the ground in the form of rain or even snow. This stage of the water cycle is called precipitation. The water which falls to the ground, which precipitates in the form of either rain or snow, may land in rivers or even on the ground, to then seep through to subterranean currents of water. All this water must continue its long journey, covering vast amount of distances until it finally reaches the sea. When it arrives at the big blue sea, it will once again begin the process. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation. That is why it's called the water cycle, because it forms a never-ending circle. Isn't the water just so incredible? Well, that's it for now. Until the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning.
Right. So I can share that link at the end of our session here if you want to check that out again on your own. All right. Perfect. Let's keep on moving here. We have our next activity. So make sure you have your drawing materials ready to go. Let me share my page here. Here we go. Next activity is some drawing. What we're going to do is draw the water cycle that we just talked about. So grab anything you have handy. If you don't have paper, pencil, crayons, all that stuff, you can always use the paint app on your computer. Check that out. If you're able to use the paint app, that is an option as well. What we want to do when we're drawing, and you can use the picture on the screen here as a guide, we want to make sure that we include those parts of the water cycle, the precipitation, evaporation, and condensation. Those are big words, but they're up here on the board for you if you need a little help spelling those. We want to make sure we have clouds in our sky. We want to make sure the sun is shining. We see some form of precipitation if you want to draw rain or snow, it's up to you. We want to see a little bit of the ground, maybe some green grass, and then a body of water as well. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of time to draw. I'm going to start mine as well and see if I can get my video along with me drawing. And then if you would like to share your drawing, you can share yours. All right, so I'm going to draw my end. I'm going to start with my sunshine. I love the sunshine. Thank you. Well, not everybody does, but I sure love it. So the sunshine, what does that do to the water on our planet? Well, the sunshine helps to heat it up. Makes it hot, right? Doesn't the sunshine do that to you? Starts to warm it up, heat it up. And once it does that, it goes from a liquid, so all of that water in the oceans, ponds, streams, it gets heated up and changed into a gas. That gas is called water vapor. So I'm going to draw some clouds now. So that water vapor, that's a gas form of our water, it starts to collect, and it's called condensation when it starts to cool off again. So now it's way up in the air, up in the atmosphere, and now it's starting to cool off a little bit more, and it's forming water droplets, tiny water droplets, and then they come together and start forming clouds. Once there are so many of these, Ooh, water droplets. Oh boy. Now we got a big one. There's so many water droplets in this one. And what happens to the clouds? What do they start to look like when there's so much water inside of them? Don't they start to get a little darker? So I'm going to draw some darker clouds over here. Make it a little darker even. Oh yeah. Have you seen some of these clouds around this summer? I sure have. And then all of a sudden, after a while, there's just so much water in here that it starts to fall down. It just starts pouring out. I can't hold it up here any longer. It's too heavy. So now we see precipitation. However you want to make that. I like a
Excuse
little
me,
raindrop.
Katie.
Yes, ma'am.
I have some comments saying that they can't see the drawing, so maybe you can reposition the camera a little bit for them.
But you do see my video?
You tell us in the chat if you can see her video.
I wonder if I stop sharing my screen, if that will help. Maybe I'll do that.
Okay, so someone said no, but most people are saying yes, they can see it, but it's glaring.
Is it any better since I turned off my sharing?
Yes, they can see it better. Some of them are asking if you can make it a little darker.
Oh, that's
It's a little too light to see.
Let me do that. I'll go over it a darker color.
That's good.
That's a little harder. Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't able to see chat while I was drawing. So I've got my darker cloud there. Can you see that better? And then all the rain droplets are coming down and it goes darker. And they start falling where? Onto the grass. And into the ocean. And some of this water gets soaked down into the ground. So there's water underneath us, all around us, all the time with this water cycle. And it can start to run off into those larger bodies of water. And also, what else uses this water? Not only is it essential for us and animals, but also some flowers, right? Plants, they certainly need water. You can draw some plants in there if you'd like, some flowers, some trees. And then I'm going to finish with my large body of water, my ocean. And as you are drawing as well, if you finish up, you can label some of these parts. So even though we don't see the water vapor, I'm just going to draw a couple of squiggly lines that represent evaporation, right? Evaporation is when the sun heats up that water and it becomes a gas. Then it comes up here, starts to cool off, and it forms clouds. So put that down here. And that's called condensation. Finally, we get tons and tons. It's so heavy that it begins to fall. And then we have our precipitation. Anybody want to share? Anybody want to share their drawing? Let me pull this up and see. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful, William. And Isaac, I see too. Thank you for sharing that. Let me scroll through and see if anybody's sharing on the video. Let me see, Lily. Looking good, Miss. Excellent, Lily. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to share? It's okay if you don't. If you're not, oh, Laura, I see William and Isaac on the video as well. You guys are fantastic. What lovely art I see. Good work, everybody. If you're still working, that's okay. You can continue to work for a little bit or finish it up later if you want to add some special details. But what I want you to make sure you do is hold on to this. We're going to keep this handy and possibly reference it tomorrow. So if you can, just keep that near your computer or maybe put it on your refrigerator or something. Keep it handy because we might take a look at that again tomorrow for another kind of drawing activity that we'll do. Okay. All right, let me move to our last item here. Give me a second to pull up what I want to share. What we're going to do is just have a really quick Kahoot wrap up of some of these terms that we learned or already knew. So let me pull up the link in the game pin if you're able to join it. If not, I'm going to share my screen and you can just play along with us on the screen. Let me put this in chat. Let's see if that works. If anybody's able to join. And I'm going to share my screen so you can all see what we're doing here. Did it work? Oh, Tristan and Grayson. Very nice job. Let's see your picture. Awesome work. Way to go. Oh, I can put the link in there again, I think. There you go. The pin is right there, 275300.
Oh, are we about to play Kahoot?
Oh, we are.
Oh, we love Kahoot around here.
Right? Me too. Yay! I see Danny. Love the emoji. Switching it up. I like the sunglasses. The link isn't working for some people. I'm not sure why. You might need to copy and paste it. www.kahoot.it. I don't think I private messaged it, did I? Oh, did I?
I just put it in chat for everyone too. You can just copy and paste that. Or,
Okay, thank you.
but I know what people want. Let me see. You guys want a clickable link, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
So I can't do a clickable link. Miss Brianna, you should be able to do a clickable link.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see.
Yeah, so when you go, there's things that say format for text and stuff like that. There should be something. Oh, wait a minute. I can do it too. My apologies. Let's see if we can make this happen. All right. And there we go. You can click on that, everybody, and that should take you
Yay!
to the room.
Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, we have so many people in here. Jeez. I hope Kahoot can handle all of us. I'm not really sure what the Kahoot limit is. All right, let's see if we can get started. Like I said, you can just look on the screen if you're not able to join in, and I can provide a link later as well if you'd like to play on your own. It's only a couple of questions. Here we go. We're going to get started. Ready? What do you remember? All right, take a look at the picture that's going to pop up. Number 1 shows what part of our process? Is that condensation, precipitation? It's going up into the sky.
I wasn't around for the lesson. I don't know.
Can anybody help Mr. Sheik out? When the water gets
All right, don't tell me.
heated up.
I'll find out when the answers come. We'll see.
It gets heated up and turns into water vapor. It's called evaporation. That one was evaporation. Nice work. Let's try another. How about number 2 in our picture? All right, let's pay close attention. Find the number 2. Oh, I see it. You see it in there? So now when that water vapor starts to cool off a little and collect together, they form into clouds. Those are some clues there. Collect, clouds. What's this part of our water cycle? Condensation. Woo, condensation. Great job. Oh boy, we're moving around. What does number 3 in our picture show us? So what's happening next at number 3? We know this one. It's all coming down. There's too much water up there in the clouds. It's too heavy.
Oh, there's happy clouds.
Come out.
There's snow and there's rain.
Those are great examples. And those all fall under the category of precipitation. Awesome. All right, everybody. We ready? we may have just gotten a clue. Hail, snow, rain are all examples of what? It's the one we just talked about. When it comes down from the sky, down out of the clouds. Those are all examples of precipitation. Nailed it. Ready? Last one. Deep breath, and here we go. The movement of water around the earth is called the unicycle, bicycle, water cycle, icicle.
I'm pretty sure it's unicycle. Final answer. I'm going with.
Sounds familiar.
Figure there's only one water and uni means one, right? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that.
Oh, I'm glad no one agreed with me.
No, he didn't trick anybody. Nice job, gang. Excellent work. Woohoo!
Let's see.
Congratulations.
All right, Wafik.
Fabulous. Nice.
Alejandro and Miguel, and who was number one? I think he knows. Okay.
Oh,
Spencer.
yeah.
Great job, Spencer.
Woo.
Great job, everybody else too.
Nice work. Thank you for participating, everybody. That was excellent. Real quick, can you see my my screen now? I have something different that I'm sharing.
We can.
My lesson. Okay. I wasn't sure if it switched back and forth. Okay. So before I end my time with you guys, I just want to give you a heads up. Tomorrow, some of the things that you could have handy is that clear cup that we filled with water today. Leave that out in the sun all day long, and we're going to check on it again tomorrow. The drawing that we did of our water cycle. So if you have that, if you're still working, keep on going, but have that handy for tomorrow. You'll also need one of our big gallon Ziploc bags, the big ones, some markers, some water, because it's water week, and some blue food coloring if you have it. You'll also need an ice tray, water again, some food coloring, maybe some toothpicks and plastic wrap. Oh my gosh, what do we need all these things for? We'll find out. See if you can get all of those materials together. If you can't have them handy for tomorrow, that's okay. Like it was mentioned, this is all being recorded, so you can always come back when you are able to get some of these materials and work on this another time. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here with me today and participating. It was wonderful to have everybody with us and the sharing, and to start off with seeing those puppies. Thanks, Spencer.
And you know, guys, this is just a short break, and we're going to have another lesson with Miss D. If you've been around all summer camp, you know what Miss D does.